And welcome back to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This.
Facts.
I am your host, Trey the Barber.
And it's your other host, Dicethebarber.
It's your man Kush down here on the other side there.
And today in the building, we got my man, host also of Dope Dealers Podcast, my nigga, Tobe Hixx.
What's good, fellas?
He's a comedian as well. I'm sorry, I totally dropped the ball on that one.
This nigga fucked up. Tobe Hixx.
That's fine. No,
Tobe Hixx, comedian Tobe Hixx of Dope Dealers Podcast.
You don't have to say that because
podcast. I said
if people don't know that, then there's something wrong with them. It's just like Kobe Bryant don't have to say basketball player. We know what he did.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers know what Tobe Hixx do.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
So, first of all, I want to thank you for coming through. Let you know a couple of things we do to start our show out. First of all, we give honor to God. Thanks for waking us up this morning, letting us make it through another week. You know what I'm saying? Allowing everybody to be here. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody's people is blessed as well. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. And now that we got that out the way,
you know what time it is.
We always start our show off with a shot.
Like we always do it this time.
And if you want, you are more than welcome to continue drinking throughout the show.
Yeah,
right.
Crazy.
Dice is not allowed to continue drinking through the show.
This nigga, Dice.
I know how he get. I know how he get.
Oh, here y'all niggas go, man. Like, man, fuck all y'all. All y'all niggas is banned from shots, nigga. Like, shit.
We celebrating this week.
Bang,
man.
bang, shot.
My
nigga.
single dropped Friday, nigga. Let me jump in before all y'all.
That's what it
name
do.
of this name. What's the name of the single, Kush?
This is the Facts remix by my man International Special. It's really special, but yeah. DJ Khaled featured, Busta Rhymes featured, Fat Joe featured on this record, man. It's a big record.
Oh yeah,
Kush,
it's
bro.
A big record.
Kush produced.
You want to bring it in? You want to play it?
I already dropped it one time at the beginning, but you know,
I mean,
that was
like,
just a sample.
I mean, that was a sample. Like, if you want to hear the whole thing.
I mean, I ain't really trying to do that through the podcast, but you know, if y'all would.
I mean, no. We gotta let the people hear that.
So you down to hear it?
Yeah, let it
we
play.
all want to hear it, Kush. So go ahead, drop that shit.
Go ahead.
Bad boy, bomb.
Here we go.
Specialist.
I don't know if you
it's
can
the
hear it out.
No, we can hear that.
$70 boy. Facts. Boy. DJ Khaled. On the way to be a billionaire. Life is good. God is great. On everything I love. Facts.
Everything about me.
Facts.
In the club, my whole team on them. Outside, I got the beam on them. Yeah. Mask on, I'm going scream on them. Don't run. No codeine, but I'ma lean on them. Come here. Take his jewels and all the green on them. Off that. Empty this whole magazine on them. Yeah. Put holes in that Supreme on them. Body shots, squirted the spleen on them. I ain't dead. I ain't playing, nigga, so stop grinning. 3 left, 380 tuck is well hidden. I swear I had that ass trending. Got valid cases that's still pending. And police beef that's never ending. Been a shooter from the very beginning. Old drug money I'm still spending. 30 years in and still winning.
More money, more solutions. Every year, all year. I'm the best that ever did it. They hate when you win it. Real recognize real. More wins, more blessings. What's the rhyme? New album is near.
I make your shit stop working like I cut the fucking cable off. The whole artist roster on your label soft. And yes, I'm with this shit, I'm asking for it. Beat you niggas with bars until they leak tomato sauce. It's necessary in this motherfucker. Respect the most legendary motherfucker. Now let us get it straight while I'm a timeless great. Let me remind you, you's a temporary motherfucker. Bitch, I take it above and beyond. Fuck what they talking, how they correspond. I dare nigga talk shit even a little bit, and I double dare nigga tell me not respond. And if it go beyond rap, nigga, we switch to a whole nother code of ethics, nigga. Another whole perspective, nigga. Get it.
Is father of a side. 3 estates and 2 states. Respected worldwide. Love overcomes hate. Every day I'm hustling. Joe Crack got my back. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
A nigga strapped every day. You even getting paid to catch a case. Fat titty, small waist. A nigga wanna ball, move that bass, bruh. Went to the feds and became
Yeah.
Yo. That shit lit, bro.
Yeah.
That shit sick.
Hey, Kush. Sound like you about to start giving me some money.
Oh, he want tips. He want tips on his haircut.
That nigga about to start.
When I can.
You really have. You really have.
When I can, I've been looking out.
Hey, this nigga's
That's
about to start
funny.
paying me $100 though.
Oh shit.
Why my price gotta go up? Because my dollars gotta go
Yeah,
up.
nah, I mean,
though?
that-
why I
listen,
gotta
that's that
start
bullshit,
paying
nah, I
more
mean,
for the
listen,
same
listen,
cut?
you can't charge niggas by what they make,
I
bro.
didn't say I was gonna charge you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you talking about
tips.
you
That's
talking
what
about
he's gonna
tips?
give me.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
the tips
we
will be
fam,
good.
like,
We family,
Like
yeah.
fam, like listen, all my other clients when they life start doing better, they start tipping me more. You know what I'm saying?
I've been on that mission.
You just
this
share
year.
the blessings. You
I've
know what I'm
been
saying?
on that mission.
I think,
this
you know
year.
what I mean?
Cause listen, when people are on when people are on the come up, you know what I'm saying? At least if you're my client, you know what I'm saying? If you stay loyal to me, I stay loyal to you.
Facts.
So sometimes money gets low. Niggas hit me up like, yo, can I get one on credit? Sure, no doubt. Sometimes I slide it to you, say, don't even worry about hitting me back.
This is the
You know what
truth.
I'm saying? So it just all goes around, man.
Yes,
Spread
it
the
does.
love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that. There's not a lot of clients, in the barber world to where they do that. Like some people might get on, and then next thing you know, they're going to like that so-called celebrity motherfucking barber to cut their
that's
shit.
fucked
Right.
up.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
they
can see
kind of
that.
like leave you in the back after you done been hooking them up for like the past fucking 12 years.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Chris Red. He's on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Chris, I've been cutting Chris about 4 or 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? I've watched this come
That
up.
nigga
You know,
so
what I mean?
low.
He's never asked me for credit or anything like that. But as he has progressed, that nigga has always showed love. So
He had you on
if
set with
if
Nicki
you
Minaj
listening,
and,
bro, I
I mean,
do want to
everybody.
thank you. Yeah, he's had me on set for the EA Sports commercial for Madden football.
Yeah.
I've cut him up for the Emmys. I've cut him up for pretty much everything.
Yeah, we gotta
he's
get
doing,
him
all
back
his
on the
different
show. We had him
projects,
on. We had him on. No.
That's
so.
one.
Chris Red has never been on our show.
Oh shit! I thought he'd been on the show. He was supposed to come on the show.
Lying and shit.
Yeah,
No, he was
That's
supposed to.
them, that's them pre-show
It's
shots.
really hard to get
Nigga,
it
that's
on.
them
Yeah.
pre-show shots.
Now y'all know
It was-
why I say that.
It was
It's-
fun, but anyway.
Anyway,
Back to Tobe
let's
Hixx.
get on Tobe.
Let's get on Tobe. Tobe, tell the people that don't know.
Tell them a little bit about yourself.
In our world, I mean, like where you from?
Okay.
Give me your little background. Give me,
I'm originally from Omaha, Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Yeah, they got niggas in Nebraska. People always trip off of that.
Is that how y'all say? Do y'all say Braska?
No, Nebraska.
No,
Nigga, we don't
no.
just say
I'm talking about
Nebraska.
like a saying.
What you talking
I mean,
about?
because where I come from in Jersey, I mean,
Everybody
nigga from
get it,
Nebraska,
yeah.
we're like, oh, that nigga from Nebraska. You know what I'm saying?
That's 'cause
Like,
you niggas in Jersey, because that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. What the fuck is you talking about?
Hey,
You
that's
from
what I call.
Nebraska?
Listen,
we always like to break shit down, nigga. I'm
That's
not gonna
what I
say
call
Nebraska.
him.
I'm gonna be like, yo,
Dumb
Nebraska.
dice.
That nigga from Nebraska.
Well, I can see y'all side of it because y'all ain't got to say new. Y'all could just say Jersey, but nigga,
Yeah.
we can't leave off half our state name.
Right.
Nigga, that's stupid in our part.
that's like
shit
me
is
saying
two names.
That's
nigga.
like me saying
Yeah,
I'm
Y'all
from
supposed to cut our shit in half.
from
like,
the-
nigga, I'm not from
I'm from
Nebraska.
Fornia.
Nigga, I'm from Nebraska.
I'm from Fornia.
I don't even know how to say it. Missouri.
I'm from
Right, not
Missouri.
even Missouri.
No,
I'm from
I'm not
Ida.
from Missouri. I'm from Missouri.
Ida. I'm from Ida. I'm from Ida.
Ida, Nebraska.
Florida, nigga. Ida.
Ida.
Straight from Philadelphia, dog. Straight from
This
Philadelphia.
nigga.
Yeah, all right.
Nice
But
break.
anyway.
Yeah, from Nebraska. Shit.
How long you been in Cali?
Ever since I was 18, I moved to California. I had family in San Diego, so that's what got me out here.
Same shit.
And so I went to San Diego, and I remember the first day I got here, I was like, oh shit, I am never going back to Nebraska. The first day in Cali, my relative picked me up, and we went to his boy's crib, and literally we spent $10, and we had an ounce of bud. That was the first thing. And his relatives, they was my his mom and dad was my relative too. They just happened to be out of town. So my first introduction to Cali is that they had a big ass house. My relatives were doing really well. They had good jobs. They house was so fat that they lived right down the street from Willie Mall. And I know
shit.
you guys familiar.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Willie
yeah.
Mall.
Hell yeah.
The man who created the curls.
Yeah.
I know Mr.
Some
Mall.
of the
We
young
stayed right-
listeners might not know, but
He created the Jerry curl.
Yeah. So we stayed, when I first got there, I stayed right down the street from Willie Mall. And my relative, they had a brand new Lincoln Continental at that time, a brand new Benz. So this is all first day. So first day, I'm rolling the Benz in Cali.
Wow.
We got the good bud. Me and my relative go to this party, and I booked the baddest bitch at the party. And my relative was like, man, he said, man, niggas been trying to talk to that bitch for years. You get here one day and you talk to that bitch.
That's that out of town.
That's
love.
that Nebraska.
Yeah, that's that out of town love.
That's
that
what it
new
was.
nigga love, nigga.
Yeah, and I was looking like a nerd too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you know, I'm straight from
I mean,
Nebraska, yeah.
what'd you say to her? Do you remember what you? I mean, what you spit to her to make her?
Introduce myself. Everybody else, the bitch was so fine. Everybody else was reluctant to even speak to her.
Yeah,
I'm from Nebraska. I don't give a fuck.
He's like, bitch,
you know?
come here, yo. Let me holler at you for a minute. Let me
my
holler.
relative to this day, he still talk about that shit. He's like, man, I ain't gonna never, because I fuck with her for a while too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was just crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all of his boys was like, man, how your relative get to town and start fucking her like?
But yo, so when you came out here, were you already doing comedy or like? It was
No. When I came out here, I came to go to school.
So, you came out here to go to school? Okay.
Yeah, I came to go to school and just to get out of Nebraska. But then as I started going to school, I got introduced to shit that, you know, I had never seen. So when I got to California, I was looking at people and I asked my relative, I was like, yo, man, what's wrong with these motherfuckers? He's like, those are crackheads. I was like, what you mean a crackhead? He said, they on cocaine, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know nothing about no crackheads. So then finally, after a while, you know, I started noticing my other relative, his brother, I started noticing that he never had a need for money, no wants for money.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't know what was going on, but I said, man, some shit ain't right. So one day I just happened to walk into his bedroom, like, that's without knocking. I walked in there, and he had like $100,000. He had like $100,000 cash on his bed.
Wow, count it.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, man, what the fuck? Where you get all this money? He's like, look, he said, this ain't for you. Don't worry about what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. So then I kept asking him over and over. So a few weeks passed. And so finally he got tired of me asking. And so he was telling me, you know, what it was about and everything. And he's like, this ain't for you. And I was like, yo, man, I want to get into that. I'm tired. You know, I had got to town. I had a job. I was going to school. I was like, man, I don't want this job.
Like, nigga,
I want to do what you do. Right. You know, because I didn't even know the severity of it either.
Yeah.
So then finally it got to a point where he said, okay, look, okay, I quit. I kept asking him. And he's like, okay, look. He said, how much money you got? I said, man, I got $25. He said, give me your $25. I said, well, shit, man, let me give you 20 and at least keep 5. He was like, no, give me your $25. So he gave me his $25. I mean, I gave him my $25. He gave me $50 worth of dope. He said, get in the car. So we got in the car. We rode to a spot. We rode up on Skyline Drive for motherfuckers in San Diego. It was unbelievable, man. And I got out the car, and he told all his boys, he said, yo, this is my relative. Y'all make sure nothing happened to him. So then he left. So I'm out there for about 15 minutes. I done made the $50 back, right?
Over 25.
So then now, yeah, so now I'm waiting on him, and now I page him, and I'm waiting on him. He come back, he take the whole 50 and give me another dub. By the end of the day, I was up to 7 grams, and now we're talking a street corner where
7 grams off of
25.
Yeah,
I had made up to
$25.
7 grams. I was out there for like 10 hours. Okay, but the point I'm making, it was about 40 other dudes out there selling dope. The spot was clocking so much that 40 motherfuckers could make money.
And yeah, if I say, and they let you on the block
yeah, because that's my relative.
Okay, yeah.
Nobody was going. He said, take care of my relative. Them motherfuckers knew. My relative was a small motherfucker, but you know, he was one of them small motherfuckers that was big. Nobody wanted to fuck with.
Exactly, I know a lot of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, man, nobody was fucking with him. So that's how I got introduced into the dope game, and then once that started happening, it was no stopping after that. So I was hooked.
So you know, as far as like making money and transforming to that, like, was you the funny nigga on the block too at the same time?
Yeah, I was always
because I mean, I'm trying to see what influenced you.
I was always the funny cat on the block. I mean, even during high school, like on the back of the bus, like I used to talk about motherfuckers so bad they'd want to fight and all type of shit.
Oh, you was a bad.
It's like, I used to. That's how we got started.
That's how all comedians get started.
Yeah,
same exact.
But the thing about it is that how I got started is that my mother and one of my homeboys, because my mother used to watch Def Comedy Jam, and my mother used to say, Tobe, you as funny as these people I see on TV. You should get that a try. And then one of my homeboys kept telling me that I should give it a try. So it took me about a year to get enough courage. And I knew a dude that owned the club.
Yeah.
So I had told him I wanted to do a show, and I made it seem to him that I had been doing comedy for a little bit. So anyway,
he's like,
my first show, it was like 500 people. I was scared to death.
yeah,
I was so
big-ass
scared.
show, nigga.
I was so scared that day.
hell of a show for your first time.
I didn't know it was gonna be that many motherfuckers that came out, but that's just how it ended up. But the whole day I was scared to death. I wanted to back out of it, but I knew I couldn't. And finally, I went out there and I got the first laugh, and then that shit was it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: on your first show, did you have any material prepared? Because you wasn't a comedian, so did you just go up there like?
No, but for some reason I did. No, I did have shit prepared.
Yeah.
Like for some reason I knew to prepare. Like I didn't just walk out there and try to come off the top of my head. And
just start trying to do it. So, were you in? How many times did you practice the set? How long was the set? And then how long did you practice that? I did about 15 minutes the first night. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wow. So how long did it take you like practicing in the room? Like, yo, all right, I got to make sure this shit right.
Well, I only practiced it like 10 times. Now, there was somebody hosting the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I practiced it like maybe 10 times or whatever, but I just kind of like, once I got out there, the shit I had prepared worked, and then I came off my head, and I bagged a little bit, which I was used to doing.
Yeah.
Easy and then
shit.
It all worked out.
It kind of took us some time.
So
I didn't have my first bad show for about 6 months. Then that's when I knew it was real.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's definitely crazy.
No open mics to warm up, none of that.
No,
shit.
see, and then what was cool about when I started? No, it wasn't really a whole lot of open mics and shit at that time. And then also, at some points of starting, I was making more money than I've made like since then. Like, cause back then it was niggas who was selling dope and they was trying to clean up money and they do shows and they didn't give a fuck how much they paid you.
Exactly.
You know, they didn't give a fuck.
So now it's like, nigga, I'm hustling my jokes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So was you still selling dope?
Yeah, I was still selling dope at this time.
But the thing is,
I went to prison during my career.
Okay, how long was you locked up?
This time I went to federal prison for like 2 years.
Okay.
Because I was making.
You got caught with some shit or something?
No. At that time I had got out the cocaine game. And I switched, because I went to prison for cocaine.
Yeah.
I went for like 3 years to state prison. And I went to federal prison because when I got out, it was like, okay, me and my boys, we was the first motherfuckers who started identity theft and shit.
Okay.
We was the motherfuckers that, remember when you used to go to the check cash and then go up in that motherfucker and just walk out?
Yeah.
After we started busting these checks on these motherfuckers, that's when they started locking the doors on niggas.
You the
across the
motherfucking
country.
reason.
Real shit, I'm telling you.
Y'all abused that shit.
My homeboy went to UCLA, graduated number 2 in his class, and he ain't never had a job in his motherfucking day. He just hacking the people's shit. We was killing them, man. People didn't even know. They didn't even know. This was before motherfuckers could know. They bank account would be drained and shit. But one thing we always took from rich motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
So to where it ain't seem like.
And then also I was working at Kinko's. So then with the identity theft we was doing, we was color copying shit and making fake money, counterfeit.
Hold on, are you allowed to be talking about this shit right now?
Yeah, I done my
time.
All
right. He went to fed prison.
Act like I'm on parole.
No, I'm just saying.
Plus, they know what I did.
Nigga, they know I locked up.
Nigga, they had all the paperwork. What is you talking about? You act like I'm telling some shit that they didn't know.
Like you done got away with this shit.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
My bad, nigga.
Nice.
Yeah, this nigga here. So then that was a crazy feeling going to prison when I had already been on TV. I had been on Comic View, whatever. So when I walked into prison, motherfuckers was like, yo, what the fuck you doing here? And shit. So I went to federal prison. I was locked up with John Gotti right before he died.
Oh, shit.
In Springfield, yeah.
So you met
No, I didn't really meet him because at that time he was already really sick.
Yeah, but how was they moving around him? Like what was the whole shit? Like it's like everybody, nigga, like don't fuck nigga.
No, everybody looked out for him. I mean, you know, shit, nobody fuck with him. The police don't fuck with him. Nobody, man.
It was just like,
the guards treat him nice. I mean, who wants to be the disrespectful guard?
I mean,
to a
John
motherfucking
Gotti,
mafioso
nigga,
like that, or anybody on that level.
I mean, but that's why I asked, because people who don't know, you know, what I mean, like you actually was there.
I mean, motherfuckers would look out for me.
I mean, you had a visual.
I did
I mean, like you had a visual, like nigga, like I seen what happened in jail while John Gotti was there, type shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
nobody would fuck with him. That motherfucker was carte blanche, everything. But so I went to federal prison and then just got back out after that, and then that's when I knew I was like, shit, I can't do no more shit. I just got to do the comedy now. But like I said, I went to prison twice during the time. But the second time when I was really hurting them because, man, I was touring around the country doing shows and busting counterfeit checks and fake travelers checks and all this shit in the towns and do a one-nighter. You know, I go do my show, make my money, pass a bunch of counterfeit shit in the town and move on to the next town. And I finally got caught up in Oklahoma City, and I had a boy rolling with me. And see, we used to do shit like when we had the counterfeit $100 travelers checks and shit like that, I would go in the store and I had my game so tight. The feds, even the paperwork was like, man, you know, we had no idea he was doing fake shit because, you know, I had like back then I had a little wallet and I'd open it up when I get to the counter and I got the American Express in there and all this shit, the gold cards, my shit.
He like, nigga, I got
so they
everything.
ain't thinking no shit without tearing their ass up. And we doing this everywhere I'm performing. And finally we got to Oklahoma City and we was in town like 15 minutes and I told my boy, I said, man, we can't do no more bullshit in spots where we don't know nobody. And right then I passed some shit, the police swooped, and that was it. And I was locked up.
So let me ask you a question. Did that dirty up your name in comedy? Was like when you came out?
No, because motherfuckers already knew. They knew I came from the crack world, so it kind of cleaned it up. Because they was like, well, Tobe ain't at least selling drugs.
Ain't selling drugs.
I'm one of the motherfuckers that in the comedy game that motherfuckers know for sure did this shit because people have, they found out when they go to San Diego and perform. You know, Tobe is, oh yeah, that motherfucker. Okay. They've been to my hometown, Nebraska, so they've heard firsthand accounts from other people who have nothing to do with comedy to know how serious it was for me out there in the streets. So everybody recognizes and respects that. Everybody knows.
So did y'all, real quick, did y'all see the shit that happened last night on Saturday Night Live with Kanye West?
That's what I was telling these niggas outside.
Did you see that
I didn't
shit?
see it.
Nah, but Kush was talking about
he
it.
had the hat on again, but he been wearing the hat. But go ahead, explain.
Yeah,
Somebody
go ahead.
just showed me real quick before I came here, so I didn't really get
I think
to
Kush
see
got the insight, though.
entire
I mean,
thing.
so if you
I mean,
wanna-
he showed me.
I mean, he had the
saw it.
hat on, but what? Okay, what else?
He came out at the end and he just whipped that shit out. Bam. He was like, yo, they said I shouldn't wear this shit. Everybody was like, boo, boo. He's like, yo, y'all bullying me, this, that, and the other. They told me backstage they was bullying me. They told me I should wear this hat out here, this, that, and the other. He was like, I thought y'all country said I should be, I can be free and this, that, and the other.
He
Then
said y'all
was,
country.
He said bullying him. How you a grown man? Ain't nobody bullying you.
Hey,
Fuck
that's
is you
what-
talking about?
Man,
Niggas
so
retarded.
yeah,
That
he
nigga
like,
nigga bipolar, crazy, nigga, like
I don't know what's
all
up. I'm
that shit
telling you, man,
above.
he-
like
Hey, but you know, like
that motherfucker done lost
you
his
know
mind.
what?
I'm
Ever
talking-
since his
telling
mom
people,
passed away.
Exactly, nigga.
Ever since his
Ever
mom
since his
passed
mom
away,
died,
he ain't
that
been
nigga
right,
been crazy.
man.
He ain't got nobody put him in his goddamn place.
Everybody.
And then,
Listen
but
to the
nobody
goddamn
could
Kardashians.
put her in her place because the doctor told her you don't do this operation, and she did it anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, but she was
So
the
I'm
one to
saying
put
they-
him in his place.
I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm saying they both had the same
Yeah,
mentality.
exactly. And I mean,
She
and
was
then-
told don't do
but
that
now
operation.
now he has a
by
dead mom.
multiple doctors.
Now he has a dead mom and nobody to control.
Yeah.
You
But
know what I
the
mean, how he
coldest part,
feel.
the coldest part that I saw last night, he said, y'all said when I put on this hat, I'm in a sunken place. Then he took the hat off and was like, now I'm in a sunken place.
Yeah,
was like-
you know, like Kanye fucking crazy, man.
Man, I don't know what's going on with that bro, man. It's like,
It's sad, man. It's sad.
Yeah,
but,
no, I mean, it is, man. But whatever. Fuck Kanye. Tobe. So you do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like you done been in like movies, a lot of commercials, you know what I mean? A lot of TV shows and shit like that. Recently I've been seeing you on the Laugh Mob Laugh Tracks joint.
Oh yeah, that shit's going well. Every Thursday night, you guys, True TV, Laugh Mob, Laugh Tracks. Very talented group of people, man.
They had one of your
we
joints
just
up
had,
there.
we,
Know what I
we
mean?
just
Like
had Tech on for the last show.
yeah, we had
Tech
Tech.
Holmes.
Oh yeah. Tech, yeah, that's my guy. We had Tech on too on Dope Dealers podcast.
Yeah. Dope Dealers podcast. Make sure y'all tune into that on all your
Also,
podcasts.
But it's a lot of
Comedy Pop-Up Network,
of talented people on the Laugh Mob Laugh Tracks. Talented adults and children. It's a little
even older adults. Like
and it's shout out to Lil Camden Coley.
I like that white lady.
a young actor, Camden. Remember Camden Coley's name? He's gonna be a great actor. He was absolutely remarkable. And a lot of talented people. Ernest Harden Jr. was on the show with us. Marcus from Jefferson's. A lot of talented people. Bob Sumner, shout out to Laugh Mob and everybody putting it together. And shit. Fortunate enough to pick up some more episodes, and hopefully these go well. And it
Yeah,
keeps
no, I mean,
going.
I've been seeing, and then they had your thing.
Yeah, they did one
So
of
now
my
they-
jokes.
Yeah, so
I was fortunate enough to be on the first episode.
Yeah,
Like, one of my jokes was on one of the first jokes ever chosen.
I looked at the last season, like when it first started and shit.
Yeah.
And I saw your joint. I was like, oh, this nigga can tell me. Because like people don't know. I mean, I know Tobe personally. He comes to the barbershop.
That's our
Like,
homie.
we chop it up like this my motherfucking nigga. Know what I mean? So this why we could talk how we talk. And when I saw you on that shit, I was like, oh shit, that's what's up, Tobe. And then I kept seeing you in like, reoccurring motherfucking episodes and shit.
Yeah.
And then they had you in season 2. So, know what I mean? So for people who don't know, Laugh Mob Laugh Tracks on True TV, basically what they do is they let a comic come up on stage and like
We tell the joke and then we reenact it.
they reenact the whole
Yeah, so
joke.
a lot of people are really digging that concept, and there's nothing like it on TV. So every Thursday night, True TV, Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks, check it out, and that shit gets run a lot. So so make sure.
I mean, but what's crazy? What I'm trying to say is like it's like, damn, they came up with that idea, but if people was doing that shit for a long time, like there's so many different ideas and like videos that comedians who tell their shit could put their own shit out themselves.
Yeah, but they
You know what I'm
didn't.
saying?
They didn't go sit down and have a meeting.
Yeah, I know.
You know who actually.
So does that make it wrong now if you want to reenact your own joke now? Because since
Well, none of it's your shit, and you doing something privately because that's your shit. You can do whatever you want with your joke.
I was gonna say, you know who actually they didn't do it like that. But Dave Chappelle with the Chappelle Show, a lot of his sketches were based off of a lot of his
with some of the
stand-up.
bits too.
You know what I'm saying?
That would probably
Not
be
all
true.
of them, but some of them. You know what I'm saying? So, but real quick, I because Dice keeps interrupting. This nigga
I want to know
stop.
shit.
This nigga ain't gonna stop talking. Apparently, he's been drinking all day, as I told him not to do.
My team won today.
Thank you, dear. Enough said. Enough said.
Yeah.
So you do tour with Felipe Esparza.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
my guy.
How is it touring with him?
Hey, that's it's wonderful working with Felipe because it's really classy of him to bring me along and introduce me to Latinos who would never know who I am. So it's the cross marketing has been really fantastic for me. I've gained a lot, and now probably more Mexicans know who I am than black people. So, but that's okay though because
that's funny.
Being the fact that I'm black, I can come back to the black people at any time. So now they're capitalized on this Latino market and them knowing who I am and the white market. And like I said, black people, I'm always gonna be black, so they, I don't have to worry about that right now. But that's the beauty of it. And going out with him. And it's funny because my career is still in 2 different places. And what I mean, like I go out with Felipe, everything's first class. We staying in the top-notch shit.
Yeah.
We eating the best food. I'm drinking the best liquor. I'm smoking the best weed. I'm fucking the baddest bitches. I mean, all this shit is going down.
Yeah.
But then I'm still doing my gigs that I do for my career. And I might be in a motherfucking hotel with a cigarette burning the comforter still, shit. Or I might be driving 3,000 miles in a week and a half.
You like, this ain't Felipe.
But but it is, but it could be. I mean, I'm fortunate that I do see the other side. I can still be on the side of not seeing
appreciate that shit.
Yeah. But it's tough. I mean, I literally go like 1 week everything's great. The next week, oh shit, stressful. Back and forth. But
But
man.
honestly, that's kind of a good place to be in because it's like you're it's tangible that you're holding it of the success, but yet and still you can still see that the grind is real.
I mean, 1 week, like it literally goes from this one weekend on a Friday and Saturday, it might be 2,000 people each night. The next weekend, I might be in front of 40 motherfuckers.
And that's what I'm saying.
So I don't know.
Because it's like that should make you. It should still keep pushing you because a lot of people. Because just imagine if you was going out and you had 2,000, 3,000 people every single show. Sometimes, a lot of times with success, people get lazy. You know what I'm saying?
No, I've already had these low budget shows. I don't need no more of these motherfuckers. I've had enough, nigga. I've been doing that shit for damn near 20 years. Shit ain't like I still need to be in the struggle. No, fuck all that. I'm grateful for these low budget shows, but I'm tired of fucking doing them. So somebody hire me for just big shows. Fuck all that.
It's
my time.
You wanna know what? Now, I mean, all y'all don't see Tobe right now, but for people who do know Tobe and shit, like I know you get pissed all the time when people compare you to motherfucking Affion Crockett and shit.
No, I mean, but why would that bother me?
No, because you're Tobe Hixx and that's Avion.
No, but you know,
Y'all should do a movie playing brothers.
but at least we do the same thing, you know. So
Yeah,
it ain't.
yeah.
And then, but you know what? I talked to him about that, but man, y'all got. I'm gonna go ahead and say something like, it doesn't bother me one bit, but I never understood something, and y'all got me talking right here, okay? But I'm gonna tell the story. I've been knowing Avion for years. I mean, Avion is one of the greatest people, you know, you could come across. Real good brother. Ain't nobody ever had anything negative to say about Avion. But one time I was out of town. I'll never forget this shit. I think, where was I at? I think I was in Denver. And this chick after the show, she just kept saying, you know, you Avion, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm not Avion. She said it like 3 times. I'm like, no, I'm not Avion. And finally, you know, she just kept believing it. She's like, this motherfucker just Avion act like he too good to talk to me like I don't know who the fuck he is. I was like, bitch, I'm not Avion. Okay, but then also, you know, I know that sometimes
You about to get this nigga a bad name and you really ain't him.
Yeah. She couldn't believe it though. But the point that I was gonna make is that I noticed some things here in town, and I was like, for a while I thought I was tripping, man. I said, man, I can't be. But you know, like I say, me and Avion cool, but then I started to notice anytime I would show up, me and Avion was in the same building, he would just leave. No, I'm not bullshitting you, and I wouldn't even say no shit like this if it wasn't real. So at first I thought I was tripping. You know, I said, you know, I got to be tripping. So one night, this nigga, you know, Avion, he always dug my stand-up, whatever. One night, I seen him at the Laugh Factory. I was next to go up. We shook hands, whatever. I turned around, he was gone.
Wow.
And I thought I was tripping, but it was like at least 15 times, my brother. And I realized what it was is that whenever we in the same building, he leaves because people think we look alike, and he don't want to deal with it. It ain't no fucking issue to me.
Right.
He leaves every time we in the same venue.
Listen,
One
bro.
time, hold on, look. One time at the Laugh Factory, I watched the nigga get out the car.
He saw you,
and
got
then
right back in the car.
15 minutes later, he was gone. So, nigga, you didn't drive all the way over there just to leave like that. And it's a packed house.
Yo, that's crazy.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I thought I was tripping, but it happened so many times where I said, no, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping.
You ever asked him about it?
No, because what good is it gonna do?
Yeah, nothing.
I would have never even told the story, but I'm here and it's
had
the
some
truth.
drinks and shit
It's the
in you.
truth. I had one shot. I mean,
No,
but it's the
fucking-
truth.
You brought it up.
It's the truth.
Yeah. No, I mean, I had to. No, I mean, like, it's, you know, we gotta talk about it.
That's real talk.
I mean, like, this some real shit. Like, when people see it, like, they're gonna see Tobe and be like, yo, that look like Avion.
No, I mean, people do it all the time.
And then when people see Avion, they be like, yo, that look like Tobe.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? So we don't have Avion, so we have Tobe. So I'm gonna ask him a Tobe question.
Yeah, and then that's when I explained it. Yeah, but like I said, man, I was. Like I said, at first I thought I was tripping, but then I realized.
What, nigga?
I realized no.
What, nigga?
This nigga
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, he's on
Yo,
fire.
like this nigga
His
is
eyes all glossy and shit.
nigga. Look, that's why I looked over and I said, oh shit. That's why I just shook my head. He looked, you said, what? Nigga. Oh my God. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But you know, like I said, I mean, man, that's a talented, good brother, and I don't know why, you know, but that's just something I discovered, and it's the truth. You know, I know I discovered that shit. It wasn't just one time.
So I got a question for you. How come you haven't had us on the Dope Dealers podcast?
Because we record on Tuesday and we going in rhythms, and
we work.
Y'all work,
Yeah.
and that's when.
I'll come down.
Okay.
It's one day.
Yeah, I mean,
and we
got you.
we can always schedule a little later.
Right. Y'all shoot for an hour or two?
I can block my schedule out. I can block my schedule out.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, for sure.
We can come on
So-
separate days.
Yeah, Dope Dealer podcast.
How did y'all
Or we
come,
come
how did y'all come up
Yeah,
with the
what's the
concept? Because like
concept for that?
originally, me and Dice, this wasn't even supposed to be a podcast. This was supposed to be like a review show, and we was gonna review TV shows.
That
and movies
wouldn't.
and
Yeah,
shit.
that wouldn't last
But
too long.
It was like the hood Cisco
in my mind,
era.
it was only supposed to be like 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to record like 15 minutes. And Nick was like, nah, this is like, y'all gonna have it for an hour, so y'all should just turn it into a whole podcast. And it was like, okay. And, you know, we shot the first one, and it was great, and we kept going. So how did you and Jamal come up with the Dope Dealers
Jamal
podcast?
Doman.
He
Yeah,
was also
my
on the
man
show.
Jamal Dolman calls because
Niggas don't know who the fuck Jamal is.
Because I was a dope dealer.
You just yelling out like you and Jamal. Nigga, like niggas don't know. I mean, Jamal
Doman,
Doman
my co-host, the Dope Dealer podcast.
Exactly. That's how you bring it in. Nigga, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Don't act like you're right, nigga. Now I mean, this is how you're supposed to do it. You know what I mean? Jamal Doman, co-host.
Yeah. Okay, we came up with it. We came up with the name because I dealt dope. That was part of it. And then we knew we would have dope guests, dope topics, dope shit like that. Everything dope. And shit, man. And with me and Jamal, we totally two different people, which makes the podcast dope. I mean, you know, for lack of a better term, Jamal is a square, and I'm the motherfucker from the streets. But the combination of us both.
But Jamal is from the streets, but he's a square from the streets.
He's a square from the streets, from the hood, from the projects, but he's a square.
Yeah, so look, I got a funny story.
That's my nigga, though. That's my nigga.
Last night, I went to the store to get me some cigarettes. I pull up to 7-Eleven.
You see Jamal.
There's a truck. This nigga wants to fucking tell my story. There's a truck like this parked fucking crazy. I'm like, look at this fucking dumbass idiot. So I get out, like, that shit like Jamal's truck. And I walk in, sure enough, there's Jamal. I'm like, nigga, I walk in, I said, it would be a nigga to park all fucked up like that out there. So we laughed and talked the shit. So I just wanted to bring that up because I saw him last night.
Nigga, that was the dumbest shit. To cut this nigga the fuck off.
I let him
talking about Jamal. No. Like, nigga,
you're cutting everybody off today. You jumping in the middle of people's stories, and
that was a dumb segue to bring Jamal in. I mean, talking about he's like a dumb like nigga. Anyway,
this nigga,
Dice cut off. Dice cut off. Dice cut off.
Anyway, now Tobe, the Raiders.
Thank you, man.
You're, I mean,
my mind on that. I was
because
actually about to.
because you should be happy. We helped
like
your
brothers,
Bears out.
I mean, we're like we're like brothers. I mean, but
you should be happy, y'all. We helped y'all Bears out.
Yeah, y'all definitely.
I don't know because I've been here waiting on you to get here for the podcast, so I didn't get the final score.
Y'all didn't help the Bears out. Y'all didn't help the Bears out. I mean, the Raiders, the Raiders let that nigga go. I mean, y'all didn't help us.
No, we traded him. You act like we cut him, nigga. You act like he was a free agent.
John Gruden don't want to have anybody making more money than him.
He wasn't gonna make more money than him. Khalil got 90, John got 100 million.
Exactly.
So it wasn't gonna be close to no more.
But listen, exactly. John got 100.
It wasn't a contract.
Khalil got 90. Now that he left, he got 140. And John got
it might as well be Domingo talking.
And then John
Gruden might as well be talking right now.
And then John, no, hold on. And then John Gruden sitting up there talking about we need somebody to pass rush.
Yeah, that was the dumbest shit ever.
Nigga.
Yeah, that's the dumbest.
Like y'all let y'all pass rusher go.
Hey, but look, but hold on.
That means him like he work in the front office
because we're talking sports. I mean, he's a Raider, nigga. It's barbershop talk like this, nigga. Well, this how we talking in barbershop.
Hey, well, let's talk about something. Let's talk about something I'm more excited about right now.
I'm excited.
Hey, well, be excited about my Lakers and LeBron. How about being excited about that?
See, he don't want to talk about the Raiders. No, you know what I mean? He ended that shit real quick.
I can't wait. You know what? The biggest thing to me about LeBron coming to town is that
all the ticket prices
and Miss James came with him. I'm trying to find LeBron mama and take her down. I'm single, Miss James. I will fuck the shit out of LeBron mama.
I'm trying to find his sons so I can cut their hair to make my way up to LeBron James.
No, I just want to fuck his mama.
That man weave.
I just want to fuck his mama. I can't cut no hair. I want to fuck his mama.
Yelling in this mic, nigga, you about to give me a fucking headache.
I want to fuck his mama.
Shit is popping everywhere. This nigga.
Toby want to fuck LeBron James' mom.
Yeah,
this nigga Toby want to be the.
I didn't just want to fuck her though. You know, I want to date her. I mean, we can go out. We can bick it.
You want to caress her. You want to you want to caress LeBron James.
Yeah, I'll fuck with LeBron James' mama. She in town. Shit. He got 2 matches. Let me and Miss James have one.
That nigga trying to make that his boo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This nigga Dice is in rare form. Now, do you understand now why I had this conversation with you last time? I don't know why I didn't have this conversation again with you last night, but it seems like I'm going to have to remind you every Saturday night before we shoot the podcast not to get completely fucking wasted before we shoot.
Now listen, does this bring more character to the podcast? Because this is this is freak and this is frat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, you gotta have something to talk about.
Hey, nigga, I said me and Jamal have, you know, because he is square and I'm from the street, but there's a difference in being drunk and not drunk. Nigga.
Right. Hold on.
Hey, nigga, especially this week, nigga, Bill Cosby done jumped off too and all this.
Oh shit!
I'm hurt, man.
Let's get into that.
I'm hurt.
Let's get into that. Like,
hurt, man.
Toby? How do you feel about Bill Cosby being shackled away?
Hey, you know what? That fucked me up. That fucked me up because check this out. Being someone who's been in the system for 20 years and been in federal prison and state prison, I really did not believe. I thought they would leave him out on bail while he appealed his shit. I did not think that they was going to arrest him at court like he was a high risk to get out the country.
You know about the DA that was.
But I'm just saying, I just didn't believe it. All my times and all the shit I've been through going to court, I've been to court 100 times, and I didn't think that they was going to arrest him.
That nigga ran for DA on the platform of I'm going to lock up Bill Cosby.
Yeah, and see.
Ever since he tried to take over that fucking network.
Yeah, shit went bad. His son got killed and this and that. But here go the thing though,
Everything,
too.
man.
Like, okay, now, if he drugged those women, whatever, back then and did that shit, then okay, there should be a penalty. But in another sense, like, when you talk to niggas from the 70s and who was around at that time, who was in the entertainment world, like, we just had Ernest Harden Jr. from from the Jeffersons on our podcast and Good Times. He did play on Good Times also. That's why I said that accidentally. But his main role was for the Jeffersons. And like he told us, he said back then, if a woman came and she was kicking it with you and you didn't have no drugs, she was going home. So the shit that Bill was doing was normal back then.
Keeping the party going.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like people.
But passed out pussy ain't keeping the party going, though. That ain't keeping the party going.
But I mean,
Rick James kept the party going.
Word.
Rick James kept the party going for 2 to 3 weeks with everybody just partying.
But he had coke though.
in the party.
He had coke. The Spanish
passed
flies,
out pussy ain't keeping the party
Can
going.
I say something real quick? The Spanish fly to me, it seemed, I wasn't back then, but the Spanish fly to me seemed like it was like ecstasy. With people taking ecstasy, MDMAs, or whatever, like you don't know how your night is going to end out until you take that pill.
But if the broads took it on their own, it would be okay, but he just put it in their shit,
But people do that shit today, too.
Okay,
you want some
that don't make it, it's a crime today.
Let me ask you a question.
It's a crime.
No. Somebody might ask for it.
Time out.
Can you imagine if somebody put a pill in your daughter drink?
Listen. No.
Just let me ask you a question
real quick.
Just let me ask you a question real quick. If somebody put something in your daughter's drink, in Lex's drink,
I'll kill him.
And she woke up and that person had sex with her
without her knowing,
did not consent,
I'll kill him.
How would you feel as a father?
Kill him.
I'll kill their ass. But
how was he keeping the party going with the other bitches then?
But what I'm trying to, this is what I was trying to
they
finish
somebody's
out.
daughter too.
This is what I was trying to finish out. If they asked for that and they didn't know how the result was going to be, it's kind of like.
But they didn't ask for it. He put it in their drink, Dice. They didn't say, "Give me one of them pills you got."
Listen, bro. That's what they're saying. Even on Larry King. They even laughed about that shit. We had a little Spanish fly, and then that was like. Motherfuckers nowadays,
but that's a crime.
Okay, if it was a crime, how come they didn't commit him of a crime back in the day when they was motherfucking broadcasting about it?
They didn't say nothing. They didn't tell the story
but they was talking about people taking drugs together. Do you believe he did all that? Do you believe he did all that?
What I will say about this whole situation,
he admitted he done some of this shit.
I understand that.
Fuck do I believe it? I believe
I'm talking about rape. No. Of course, he said
that's my issue.
He gave
with
the drugs
situation. That's my issue.
Do you believe he raped
the use of the word rape?
He fucked him.
He didn't.
What is that?
Do you believe he raped
her? He didn't fuck her. The chick that he just went to jail for, that they're talking about he raped. He gave the bitch a Benadryl. She felt on his dick. He rubbed on the pussy and felt on the titty. He never penetrated the chick. Never.
Hey,
never.
Hey.
I'm saying,
honestly,
facts.
I really don't know what to feel about the situation. I feel a lot of people are jumping on.
I think they want this motherfucking dude to look the worst way, going away in handcuffs.
Hold
on, look.
The family man.
Guys, this is a podcast where people take turns talking. So I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say.
But this podcast, we talk shit too. But anyway,
you drunk and you're just talking over people.
I'm not drunk.
Relax.
I'm not drunk.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is this: I honestly, I really don't know what I feel, because there are things that show that he did it. There are signs that say, okay, I understand it was the 70s, everybody was doing it, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of black people are just jumping on the bandwagon, or jumping on Bill Cosby's side, I should say, because he's black, because he was Bill Cosby, because he was America's father. And
Hey, but what do white people do every day?
I ain't talking about
They jump
white
on
people.
each other's side
all the time.
Listen. I don't say, I'm not saying neither side is right when they do shit like that. All I'm saying is, nigga, there's a point when there's right or wrong. And this is all I'm saying. If that was you, let's say, for instance, we heard about Tobe Hixx going from town to town, going from town to town, giving chicks drugs and having sex with them or fondling them or whatever.
Tobe, you bastard.
Let me finish. Half of America ain't jumping on your side. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna be like, oh, that nigga's a rapist, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, because
they gonna try to crucify.
The difference is,
I wasn't a dad of America. Though.
The difference
and that's
is,
what I'm saying. That's like we give people passes because of their celebrity status,
Trey.
or because we felt like we
Trey.
knew them
Yeah.
because of a character on
Trey.
TV. Like, and apparently,
Trey.
let me finish. And apparently, we really didn't know them at all because we are all shocked about all of these allegations.
And his wife stood by him. She knew all this shit.
Even with him doing drugs, like this was America's dad. You know what I'm saying? This the same nigga that jumped on Lisa Bonet for getting naked in a movie 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Talk shit to Eddie Murphy and Richard
right,
Pryor.
cussing and all this and that. But yet, it's still, nigga, you doing dope and doing everything that everybody else is doing.
he wasn't doing dope. She was doing
Nigga,
dope.
that nigga, listen. I'm gonna tell you that if
And he was
you
doing it.
having a
Hey,
party,
he was doing that
nigga
shit
had a-
right in the
nigga,
house
he's doing
with his
that
wife.
shit
Yeah.
with
This nigga made us listen to all that shit about some bullshit.
My thing is with that whole situation, and I
ain't
agree
getting
with
none of
Trey.
that shit.
I don't have a issue with him being penalized for, you know.
This ain't penalized, nigga. He didn't get a
going to
foul
jail.
called
But for
against
him going to jail-
You act like he just had to go to the bench, nigga,
I
like a
haven't-
foul was called, nigga.
He is on the bench. He is on the bench
right now. But
that nigga's in the penalty box if this was in a jail.
My thing is, life as a whole for all of us is a balance. So everybody in this room got they fucked up shit about them, and they got they good shit about them. And the thing about it is, if I get to know you, Tobe, I'll be like, yeah, Tobe used to sell dope. Some people might judge you off that shit, but that's my nigga because I know he a good nigga now. Thing with Bill Cosby is this nigga gave to specifically young black people in the 80s and 90s.
Hope,
Spelman, Morehouse, all of the HBCUs got checks from Bill Cosby and Camille Cosby. Spelman and Morehouse got buildings named after these two motherfuckers. This nigga did a lot of good.
And all that
There's a
good went
balance,
down the drain.
But that's what I'm saying. In life, there should be a balance.
See,
even though he did some fucked up shit, there's years of good shit to balance.
Hey, but
that
just
out.
like,
But
you know what?
And this
What
ain't
was he
counting
doing, though?
against-
Hey,
What was he
hold
doing,
on,
though?
look, but look,
Talking
my
about his
grandmother
long-term
always,
perception.
Go ahead.
my grandmother always told me though, it take years to build a good reputation. It only take 30 seconds to
to build
ruin
a
that shit.
yeah.
And then you got to realize this, like how his wife stood by him, all this so type of shit. I mean, he didn't even cheat on his wife because she knew about
She
this
knew,
shit. He
yeah.
cheated on America. He cheated on us. We the ones who didn't know.
Right. Right.
Listen,
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna say what he was doing.
Oh hell no.
He was acting.
No, that nigga
Nah,
was
man,
not
that
acting.
nigga was being.
Yeah, he was acting.
He wasn't.
He was
That
acting.
nigga was acting up in that pussy.
I would like to give you.
Yeah, he was acting all
How
right.
would you like this pill now?
That nigga said, you want to taste my Jello pudding?
But I mean,
that's why I love that. That's
Hey, but
why he
look,
loved the
though.
way Jello.
Hey, but look, but real shit though. But real shit though.
Shake like Jello.
No matter what though, anybody who doesn't think that any black man with money like that in his fame, like they don't want you in prison. Anybody who don't think that that's the case is out of their
I
mind.
believe that too.
Yeah.
I believe that as well.
Anybody,
we
any
know-
one of us.
they want to lock us all up. for
Yeah,
real.
yeah, if they could. So anytime they get a chance, especially one with money, they rather have the ones with money locked up than the broke
An
ones.
example.
Locking up the broke ones ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah,
Right.
they
But
want us
just
to see
you
that.
know, yeah.
They want us
It's,
to
I
see
mean,
that.
I mean, like I
That's
said,
why they showed him walking into jail. They've been commenting about his days in jail since then. Them niggas, you ain't like, why we got to see all that? Why is that necessary?
Hey, what about the picture on the internet with him and Suge Knight and all that old shit?
Yeah,
like,
that's fucking
nigga, hold on.
hilarious.
Did you see the meme? Did you see that meme they put with his face on Pac when Pac was spitting at the people?
Yeah.
Nigga, that shit was fucking hilarious.
You ain't see the Muslim meme, know what I mean, where that nigga turned Aki as soon as he went in there. Nigga, like, that shit was crazy.
Hey, nigga, listen. But you know what? guess what? He walked in, and now he got the John Gotti clout, cause that nigga got paper. So ain't nobody fuck with that nigga.
He can't even see.
That nigga like, I'll pay all of you.
He can't even see that shit. Like he can't even see how much.
And he going blind too. I forgot about that part.
Nigga blind, nigga. Like that's why he had to get
nigga. I hire you for my eyes, and you to watch my ass.
Oh, y'all, come on now. Y'all, hey, lay off BC like
bro,
that, man.
Hey,
comedy,
listen,
bro.
bro.
It's comedy. Ain't nobody exempt,
we roasting that nigga.
Ain't nobody exempt, nigga.
Oh, now y'all gonna roast the 81-year-old nigga who locked up.
I give a fuck. He fucking 96,
Hey,
nigga.
guess
Fuck
what?
it, nigga.
Shouldn't have been doing coke and quaaludes, nigga.
They said we roasted
Spanish fly,
Hey,
nigga.
nigga, we-
Dame tu cosita.
Hey, they gonna put some Spanish fly in that nigga toilet juice and that, you know, that shit they be making, the drink that they be making in the toilet in there.
No.
Come on, nigga. I've been locked up for years. I didn't make no drinks in the toilet.
No Trey, nigga. That shit was
talking
Toilet
about?
water. They gonna get that nigga
Yeah,
toilet
ain't no
water
drinking
and Spanish fly.
That's
nigga.
cologne, nigga.
You done seen too many motherfucking episodes.
Now, what's the alcohol they make in there with the fucking fruits?
Pruno.
And shit? Yeah, there you go. They gonna put Spanish fly in this Pruno.
Make that in the garbage bag, not in the toilet, nigga.
Nigga, I
What
don't
the fuck
know.
is you talking?
Listen, I'm happy to say I've never been to prison. I've been to jail a couple times, but I've never been to prison. So shit. Thank God for that.
Pruno. So there it is.
I don't care if it was Pruno, Uno, it don't fucking matter to me, nigga. I don't never want to go there and I don't ever want to drink that shit.
There you go.
So,
But listen, man, yo,
Yeah, that man did good though. He did. It's fucked up because in this situation with Bill Cosby, once they brought that case back 2-3 times to try to get that man to go to jail because they couldn't get nothing else to stick on him.
Hey.
First DA dropped that case because they said that chick was lying. She done told like 6-7 different stories. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of I feel like they railroaded poor Bill,
I'm sure some of them priests did good who done fucked these kids too. Some of them did good too.
yeah, them niggas starting to step down now too.
Yeah.
Over
They
there,
should,
like
nigga.
that shit crazy, bro.
That's crazy. That's
Yo, where you see the Lakers going?
Western Conference Finals.
Hey, you know what? Like,
absolutely.
hey, look,
I think they can make it.
like all bullshit aside, like I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but barring injury or whatever, I think they're gonna be better than some people predict. You know,
sure.
I see
I
them.
think
You know,
yeah, me too. I see
They
that,
going to the
bro.
finals, baby.
I mean,
I'm a
now-
Knicks fan, but
Well, I mean, I don't. You know,
nigga's
obviously
a
they can't
Knicks
beat
fan.
ghosts, but I could see them. I could see them being anywhere from the second seed to the 6th seed. I could see them in the Western Conference Finals.
I see
But
them
what
like
I'm saying
I
is,
see them
though,
two.
what I'm saying is, though,
saying the
2 to 4.
top, the
They're
top,
beating
the
Golden
top
State.
Of,
Somebody,
no, I don't
they're
never
not
see
beating
that.
Golden State. They're
No,
not
like
beating Golden State.
all bullshit aside, it would take.
They can beat
No,
Golden
they-
State
no,
though.
they
It would
They
take.
can beat.
No,
Yeah,
they
well,
can't.
You ain't
the
seen
only
them play
way.
yet.
Hold
You
on,
ain't seen them
look.
play
Hold on,
yet.
look. The
Niggas
only
might
way-
get hurt. Niggas might
Yeah,
get
well,
hurt.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I
Bar-
mean,
what he
KD
said-
and Steph would have to get hurt.
Barring injury,
But listen,
Barring
I mean,
injury is what I
listen,
said,
I mean,
though.
LeBron bought everybody on his team that gave him a problem. Now I mean, motherfucking Steven Jackson. Now I mean, and
Lance Stevenson, nigga.
Lance Stevenson.
Steven
Nigga, can you
Jackson.
hold on time? Can you finish
Steven
a thought
Jackson.
without fucking stuttering?
Lance
This nigga
Good thing,
been.
hey,
This
good
nigga
thing
sound
you
like
don't. Good thing you don't drink when you cut.
Steven
motherfucker.
Jackson.
This nigga been sound like a broke down.
I'll be like,
Nigga,
I'll be doing your
Steven
line like.
hey,
Steven
I'm telling
Jackson.
you.
But anyway,
I'm
now I
going to
mean,
this nigga house
Steven
and I'm-
Jackson. Now I mean,
No,
Rondo.
no.
Now I mean,
Lance Stevenson. Lance Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson. Now I mean, Rondo. They bought all these niggas.
Steven
Now I mean, they
Jackson.
actually gave him a problem.
Hey, but look.
I
hold
think
on,
they
look,
go to
hold on.
championship
Hold on,
on
look,
real,
look.
bro.
Let's not get like we talking to a real avid sports fan and knowledgeable person. Let's not get beside ourselves. They have some pieces that I think could end up being better
Golden
than people
State
think.
has DeMarcus at 5,
Yeah.
Draymond at 4, KD at 3,
Yeah.
Clay at 2, and
Not
Steph at 1.
until
what?
February though.
Nigga, that's when it
I'm
matters.
telling you, it's going.
That's when it
Man,
matters.
he got to mess with the
All
team.
That's when we're talking about
all them
sports
weapons
here.
is going to affect that
Hey,
team.
but you know what?
Yeah.
You know what's just gonna be nice though? The thing that's just gonna be nice out of all of this is just watching this journey. Watching this journey
the
with
thing
LeBron.
that's gonna be nice
watching
is
this
too-
journey with the young boys.
Yeah.
Let's see what
We actually
Lonzo
get to
can
live
do.
here and
Tuesday
see
nights
what
in
cool.
LA
I'm
is
just
gonna
happy-
be way
I'm
more
just
fun.
happy
When the
LeBron-
Lakers win,
You know.
Tuesday nights in LA are way better.
You know,
nigga.
hey,
I'm
the
just-
whole scene is gonna be better. Everything's gonna be
everything is way
everything.
better.
The
out
comedy
here.
club's gonna be better.
Yep.
Now they're gonna be coming
The
out.
prices of the tickets is gonna be better.
They already went
Nah,
up.
well, they gonna be
Nigga,
high.
Yeah,
already
exactly.
went up.
That's what I'm saying. For
They
them, it's
already
better.
went up. It
Well,
already
why
went
you gotta
up.
bring up the negative?
Yeah.
This is drunk ass nigga, man. This nigga here, man. You gonna get beside. Now you got me
gonna
tripping
do the
on
next
you. You
episode without this nigga. We
Nigga, know what I mean? Because
I'm
I bring different elements to the fucking show.
He brings
nigga.
drunk
Know what
elements
I mean?
to the
This
show.
is why
nigga.
y'all. You know what I mean? This is why I'm here, nigga. goddamn it.
you are
He's
drunk
here to
and
drink.
yelling. Nigga.
But I give motherfucking good points.
Good points.
No,
Like
and you know,
Steven
but
Jackson
hold on,
is
hold
with
on,
the Lakers.
hold on.
Exactly.
Before we get ready to go, but let me, yeah, that's a good ass point. This nigga done jumped from the jump back to the Lakers. This nigga's on the jump now playing 3-on-3. This nigga talking about he's in the big three, nigga.
he's
You got
playing
the
for the
leagues
Lakers.
fucked up.
All of them, dog.
I ain't say the big three, nigga.
Hey, but look, no, but
more.
it's gonna
Don't
be.
look for it.
Hey,
I'm
but
not
no,
giving you
but
no
hold on, look though, it's gonna be a big year for LA in general, man.
Yeah.
Because look, I mean, you know, even though I'm not, I mean, my teams are the Raiders, you know, and this and that. But I'm saying you got the Rams, you got the Lakers, you got.
The Chargers.
The Chiefs, nigga.
But the point that I'm making is that the whole downtown LA, the environment's gonna grow, this
gonna
and
be
that.
popping.
You know, because I was in Cleveland.
More
I was
traffic.
in Cleveland last season during the playoffs, and the people they kind of knew LeBron was gonna leave in that area down there. I literally
Started
met
dying
people,
out.
and I literally met people and talked to people that said, my business is gonna close down when he leave, and they weren't bullshitting because they knew that the traffic that he brought. So that money now and all that shit's coming to LA is here, and so it's gonna be a great thing. It's gonna be beautiful to
Yes.
watch the journey. This
Economy
ain't just
is
this
up.
year. Like Magic said,
We
we
get to
back
see a
this
legend.
year. Like Magic said, we back this year, but next year we back.
back.
So real quick before we get up out of here, Tobe, let's tell the people where they can find you, where they can follow you.
Hey, check it out. Dope Dealers Podcast, all the podcast outlets, Instagram, TOBEHIXX. Got a book I'm writing coming out soon calling If I Sold You Crack, I Paid For It.
Exactly.
And that's where I tell all my life shit that I've been through and the
And
struggles
y'all-
I've been through and all that. Because, you know, when I was out there selling that dope, you know, it was all fine and dandy. But now looking back on it, I know I did ruin a lot of people's lives. So I've had to deal with that shit in my life. You don't just
Well,
you don't just have
I mean,
great times like that and then
that's part of
everything
life,
just go
though.
cool in your life. No, that ain't part of life.
That's a positive
not your life,
thing,
know what I
though,
mean?
'cause
But it's part of that crackhead life. You know
not
what I'm saying?
everybody,
Like,
not everybody gets to that perspective though.
This
where
nigga missed the whole. He missed
missed
it.
the whole thing.
completely.
Yeah, he missed the whole.
Completely.
He missed the whole
He's
logic
not
of what I was
reflective.
trying to say.
Non-reflective.
I'm about to send this nigga home sick. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
man.
So, Tobe, we do want to thank you for coming through, man.
Man,
We
I'm
really
glad to be here,
appreciate it,
man.
yo.
Hey,
You know-
because let me tell y'all this before I go, because it ain't a lot of niggas out to come on a Sunday. Because, like, right now, the way this nigga's drunk, I expected to be drunk, but I can't be drunk like him because I still got to drive home. My daughter needed a ride. Hey, I get one day, and every weekend I'm going after this. This was the one Sunday I had off for the next 6 weeks, and I spent it with y'all. 'Cause
nigga, I
love y'all.
appreciate
Y'all my
that shit.
niggas.
Know what I mean, that's my nigga right there.
Then I had to go through, I couldn't even get here because the motherfucking bike shit
They got
was
some
going
bike
on.
shit going on normally.
And then we
nigga.
couldn't hear half your answers because the co-host was talking all over you.
Yeah.
So, hey, we said we want to thank you, man, for coming.
Yeah, man.
That's because
I'm
the
glad
other
to
host
be
ain't
here.
had shit to talk
Yo,
about.
I'm your host, Trey the Barber,
And this your other host, Dicethebarber.
This the co-host Kush.
Tobe Hixx, man.
and this has been another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This.
We out this bitch.